Tonight we've got the first GOP debate over on Fox News for Republican candidates except for Donald Trump. We know this has been coming up as he's been talking about avoiding this debate, but there's a few other folks that have beef outside of that problem. Maybe they'll talk about everything that's going on with Trump and his avoidance. Probably not, they're a little scared of him, but this is the first topic that is going down. Let's check out where everyone is polling. It's quite obvious that Donald Trump is polling at the top still, at least here they have him at 58%. And that means a lot because the front runners, as far as this debate goes, is Ron DeSantis at only 14%. Following him is Vivek Ramaswamy, Mike Pence, Nikki Haley, Tim Scott, Chris Christie, Asa Hutchinson, and this is where it gets interesting. Doug Burgum, Governor Doug Burgum of North Dakota. Who knew about that guy? Chris Christie is also going to be there. He's not polling all that well either. Will Hurd and Francis Suarez, I believe that mayor down there from Miami. There's more things happening. I'm really curious as to the way that this debate just might go. How they're gonna, what is it they could actually talk about? Are we gonna get to actual policies, maybe some agendas, something outside of just complaining about gay folks and being too woke? Who knows, but it is on Fox News. First, what is it you're expecting from this debate, Ray? Because we have some people that are disgruntled that they're not in it. And that's actually my favorite part about this battle.
Right, so first I want to say, I saw for the first time some of those names of candidates just now as you read them. These are people I didn't even know that person existed. What I would like to see is like, you know how sometimes on Saturday Night Live during the opening monologue, they'll like strategically place one of the cast members in the audience to do a bit. I want that with Trump. I want him seated in the audience and they're gonna open up the floor for questions and he'll stand up and ask one. No, I mean, first I'll say for Donald Trump's, from his perspective, it's smart not to engage in these debates on the politics side of things. I think it's also smart for Joe Biden on the politics side of things, not making a statement about whether or not it's good for democracy. I don't think it is, but I think it's smart not to, when you're so far ahead in the polls or when you know you're going to be the candidate, you're giving these other candidates legitimacy by joining them on the stage. So I fully understand why both parties are not. Also, of course, Trump could always step in it and say something that's gonna, further incriminate him with all of his litany of indictments. That being said, I think that it's gonna be interesting. I highly doubt that they'll get to substance. I think it'll probably be a lot of personal attacks. I think that Ron DeSantis is gonna attempt to be a sort of Trump-like person and presence on the stage, but he's a terribly awkward individual, and I don't think it's gonna go well for him. Hopefully, my biggest hope is that Ramaswamy does his performance of Lose Yourself. That's the best case scenario.
I forgot about that. They actually, I think I saw some people giving him props for that, and it should really calm down. It's okay if the guy wants to, he loves him some Eminem, and maybe he'll have to answer for that later, because I get the feeling that many of his supporters may not like that particular genre of music. I do wonder though, because as I was pointing out, with only 14%, DeSantis is gonna be kind of the front runner, at least as far as who's at this particular debate over on Fox. But the thing is how do you attack guys at 14% when you're polling at 3? What is that really gonna do for you? Even if you jump up, that's really not taking over at least that top spot, which then again, maybe that is smart for Trump to do so. I would probably, and this is just me not being a political advisor or a campaign manager, probably advise my person to go after the guy who's not there and let them complain about how much my candidate is going after Trump who's not there. Go after him, he's the one that's winning. The reason he's not there is because he doesn't want any shots to be taken at him. So take some shots at him. It's what they've been afraid to do even when they're not on the debate stage. So I'd probably see that still happening as they go through this though.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.